What is going on, guys? CVM here. Welcome back to Football Manager 2019. We have done some unprecedented things this season. Since you've been gone, things have happened. It's one of those Liverpool-Man City situations, unfortunately. We haven't lost a game for... I genuinely don't know when the last time we lost a game was. Let's have a look at the schedule. Look at the state of that. Unbelievable performances. You saw yesterday we beat Mansfield. We smashed them 7-1. We beat PSG 2-1. We've won so many games. Every single game in January, won. Every single game in February, won. Our first game of March, we beat Leicester 5-1. Now we play PSG in the return leg of the Champions League, going there with a 2-1 lead. Although it is an away game, they have an away goal. So if they score and they beat us 1-0, we're out. We need to get a goal in this game. We then travel, back home, but we host Burnley in the FA Cup 6th round. No Premier League football in today's episode. If we manage to beat PSG, then there will be another episode with Champions League football, maybe a Premier League game. If we don't and we get knocked out, which I'm actually fully expecting because this train ride's got to end somewhere. If we lose to PSG, then I think what I'll do is skip. If we beat Burnley, which you'd expect us to do, then we'll come back for the FA Cup game and we'll pick a league game. Probably Liverpool. Maybe Man United, depending on where we are and where that game is situated. But if we get knocked out of both, which is definitely possible, we'll just come back for the last two games of the season. Because the season is kind of wrapped up already. Liverpool have walked the title this year. It looks like, there's 3 points in it between Man City and Liverpool. There's only 6 points in it between us and Liverpool, and we are 3 points behind City. It's all rather precarious. Not really. Liverpool have got 2 games in hand, and they're already 3 points clear of City. So, unless there is an unbelievable bottle job going on, Liverpool have just wrapped up the league with games to spare. They've only conceded 9 goals all season. As you can see, our defence is leaky. We do not like keeping clean sheets. We have conceded 38, which is the most inside of the top 8, which is unbelievable. But we love to score goals. We've scored 80, which is 20 more than Liverpool. It's just that they keep a whole host of clean sheets. But like I said, look at the state of it. We've won all those games in a row. We're third. We are third, and we've won all those games in a row. I tell you what, though. The signing of the decade has been Asensio. This guy is redonkulous. Why Chelsea let him go for 90 million, I'll never know. I really won't. Look at the state of that. 5 goals, 5 assists, 9 games played. I mean, he was doing well at Chelsea this season, 7 goals, 5 assists in 18 games. But he's come to us and we just utilised him. They made a £14 million profit, I suppose, so maybe that was why they thought, you know what, we'll just cash in here. But he's been a revelation for us. Gibbs White has been playing a lot more football now. He's really coming on. I mean, he is a 4.5-star potential player. We signed him for $5.5 million, of course, back in the Championship from Wolves. Helped us get into the Premier League. Looked to be out of favour. Didn't look to be doing an awful lot. And all of a sudden now has 7 goal contributions in 7 games for us. I played him because Stulak picked up a knock. As you can see, he's not match fit. It's because he picked up a knock and he was unable to play. So I thought, well, I'm going to have to play Gibbs White a little bit more. Alex Hunt was suspended for a game, and that's kind of what let Gibbs White get back into the side. Broughton is fast becoming the main centre-back alongside Mur. Markovic drops to the bench. Florian Thauvin hasn't played in a while, actually, but I think it's time to get into this game. Mariano is wanted by Spurs, and every single time we play a game, every game we play, Real Madrid are watching Torre. They have eyes on him like someone who has eyes on something they want. That analogy is probably the best analogy you're going to get Berardi no longer feels unwanted. I mean, he's played 22 games this season, scoring 8 goals, 3 assists. Considering we've only played 30, and he's only missed out on 8 games. I think he needs to calm down a little bit. 8 games is a lot of games to miss out on, sure. But, yeah, I think he needs to calm down. PSG are only on fair form. They're not playing particularly well. I don't know. Should we have a look at their recent results? They beat Toulouse, they beat Bordeaux, they drew to Lyon, they lost to Marseille, and we beat them, of course. So, yeah, they've turned it around slightly, but this is the team that I've built to play them. On the bench, we have Mariano, Duncan, who hasn't played in a little while, to be fair. Thiago Maia, I think, may very well end up being moved on in the summer. He hasn't played an awful lot of football. I don't really know why. Why do I not play him? Maybe, I'll tell you what, I'm going to move him onto the bench. Where is he? Instead of Duncan. Duncan is 100% being moved on in the summer. We are probably going to cut a lot of the dead wood out of the side in the summer. And I'm going to look to bring in maybe 1 or 2 massive players, you know, the Senzios of this world. You never know. We may end up welcoming the likes of Neymar or Mbappe, one of those type of players. Mariano could find his way out of the club as well, if he's not happy to be second fiddle to Jovelic, which is exactly what he is right now, because Jovelic is an absolute goal-scoring machine. We need an away goal here, otherwise it's going to be squeaky bum time for the full 90. They are fully fit, they're up for this one, they've turned their form around, they've won the last 2, they've scored 9 in their last 2 games, so we need to be careful. They are home as well, of course, and we do like to concede a goal. Here's Gibbs-White, brings it forward, terrible ball, and Onana, I think it is, gets it clear. Broughton picks it up at the back. He is fast becoming one of my favourite players, Broughton. Vagnoman on the right. Could this be the breakthrough? 40 minutes from time. Neymar steals the ball in his own half. Goes on a mad one. Look at him run. Cavani plays it through to Kluivert. Plays it across and bang. Neymar's there to score his 22nd of the season. And now all of a sudden, we're out of the Champions League. So that's how quickly things can change. I actually thought we were on course for a goal there. Let's tell the team to get creative, see if we can inspire someone to do something. I really don't want to crash out of the Champions League in the first knockout round again. Onana with a goal kick. Eden Militao at the back there. They've got a very good team. Here's Thiago. Milinkovic-Savic into Neymar. One more goal from them doesn't really do an awful lot because we still need to score. It just means that if we score, we're currently going through. But if they score and then we score, it means obviously that things are just level again. There's Torre with a great touch, powers through the defence, goes for goal. It was never on target anyway. And Onana scrambles what was a pretty lacklustre shot in the end. I mean, this episode has the potential to be phenomenal, but it also has the potential to be depressing. We could end up going out of any hope we have of winning a title this year. We can't win the league. That's gone already with 8 games remaining. It's dead and buried. Liverpool have just sewn it up, really. We can't win the Champions League if we're not in it. So we need to get a goal. And the FA Cup, I mean, the FA Cup actually looks decent. Ball played over. Oh, it's Onana with a great claim. I actually thought we were going to get on the end of that then, but we weren't able to capitalise. We've closed down the goalkeeper, leaving gaps at the back. Paul played over the top to Cavani, and that is a phenomenal finish from Edison Cavani. It doesn't change anything. It literally changes nothing. We still need to score. And that has been the problem right from the beginning. I mean, Mbappe's injured, which could prove to be a blessing, but I'm nervous, man, because at the moment we've shown nothing. Let's get it going. Let's tell them to show some passion second half. See if we can rustle some feathers and just get amongst it and maybe, get a goal. That's what we need. We just need to score. Come on, lads. Shoot. They brought on Everton for Mbappe, a player that I actually looked at bringing in, but decided to go with Asensio instead. I've got options on the bench. I've got game changers. I've got Mariano. I've got Florian Thauvin. I've got Ryan Kent, who is a great player to bring on. However, I mean, Asensio is not playing well. Do I risk taking off the likes of Asensio to bring on Ryan Kent to see if we can change anything? I'm bold, man. I'm going to go for it. Ryan Kent hasn't played a lot of football recently. Asensio has been absolutely phenomenal, but he's done nothing in the game today. So here comes Ryan Kent. The next change I want to make, because I do want to make 2 changes. I'm thinking Florian Thauvin for Berardi, and we switch this around like this. Gibbs White, Mazzala attack. What can we do? No, he likes to play there. Yeah, let's bring Florian Thauvin on for Berardi. Now that's what we want. We're going to tell him to attack the space, and we're going to leave him as it is. And there we go. That's what we're going to do, I think. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We've got 1 sub left. I'm saving it for Mariano. He may very well come on for Torre. I'll tell you what I should have done, though, actually, was maybe not brought... I'll tell you what, yeah, I'm going to change this. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to bring Mariano on for Thauvin, and I'm going to switch those 2 around. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell Torre to do whatever he wants. Mariano comes on, and there we go. We're not going to bring on Thauvin. He's not even match sharp anyway. Come on, lads. Let's go for it. Let's demand more, because we need more. Let's be honest. We need a goal. Let's get this goal. 22 minutes on the clock. We score. We're right back in it. At the moment, they're in control. Nothing's really happening. Literally, what is going on? This is the weirdest highlight ever. Kluivert brings it forward. If they score another one, that is game over, because we need to score twice. That's a great challenge. Torre brings it forward. There's Jovelic. Ball over the... Well, right through to the gap. There is Kent. Oh, it would have been a tactical genius if he'd scored that. But he didn't. We've got a problem on the edge of the area here. Everton plays it out. It's a great challenge again, and Ryan Kent brings it away. I tell you what, maybe I am a tactical genius. Ryan Kent powering down the left, plays a great ball into Mariano. Oh, it's phenomenal! The 2 substitutes combining, and we, at the moment, are going into extra time. We've managed to get that goal. Can we get 1 more, though? There's just under 20 minutes left. I love it. Let's get creative. That usually inspires a lot of minds to do some work there. We do have 1 more sub. I am keeping it just in case we go to extra time. There's no point making it just yet. I want to assess the situation, because if we do score, then we might have to make a defensive sub. If we concede, we have to throw everything at it for the final 5. I say final 5, hoping there's going to be enough stoppage time for that if we do end up conceding, because this is looking ominous. Ball played in, and that could be the end of the whole thing. If we score now, before the end of the game, there is no extra time. We're through on away goals. But don't hold your breath, because I ain't. I think that's probably it, if I'm honest. Oh, I'm livid. I'm not livid, I'm just disappointed, if I'm honest. Let's put Mariano up top. Get him in there as a poacher. Put Ryan Kent up here. Let's move him up. Tell him to be something different. Maybe Mazzala. Move into channels, roam for a position, shoot less often, hold position, take more risks. That'll do. Mazzala support and Mazzala attack. Maybe I don't want to be doing that. Let's bring on... What do we do? What's the best course of action here? Let's tell Alex Telles to attack. Well, I mean, we have to go for it now, don't we? We've got to just throw everything forward. We're risking conceding a goal, sure, but we have to just throw everything we have at this. Is Alex Hunt a good decision? He can't really do much. Is Thiago Maia a good decision? I mean, he's got 11 finishing, but I don't know if he's not that quick or physical. Douglas Luiz, again, just he's good, but he's not what I need. I want to make a sub, but I mean, Mela, yeah, let's just bring on... Let's bring on Douglas Luiz. He can't really play well there in that position, though, can he? No. So let's bring on Thiago Maia, who can play in that position. Okay, we are going to bring him on as a defensive midfielder, but we've pushed him up a little bit. Gibbs White is still there as the Mazzala. We've got 2 wingers now instead of someone further back. So yeah, we're just gonna go for this. Shoot on sight. Forget about whip early crosses in. Forget about yeah. Let's just send players out. Don't worry about the old tactics. Let's just dump this ball in the box and see how far we can. I mean, we got a high line on the go here. Why not? Let's go slightly less narrow, because that means that we won't necessarily get caught in around the outside. If we do end up getting caught and we concede and it's 4-1, then it's 4-1. You know, at least I know we went for it. That's the main thing. Yes. Can I tell them? Demand more. Let's go. I mean, they've got a corner from time, but if we can get it clear, it's, I mean, literally pinball, and that's it. It's game over. I mean, to be fair, that was nothing to do with tactics. That was just a corner, and we couldn't get it out, and we've conceded, and that is game over. Even if we were to, even if we scored here, 4-1 is very disappointing considering how well we've been playing domestically. Just goes to show how good PSG are, though, to be fair. They are a very, very good side. They've got a lot of good players, and we've lost. We came close. I know it says 4-1, but we did come very, very close. We were literally 5 minutes from extra time. We were a goal down with, I don't know, 3 minutes and stoppage time left, and if we'd got a goal, yeah, we'd have gone through, but we've ended up losing 4-1 on the night, which is very disappointing. We fail again in the same round of the Champions League as we did last year, which is very disappointing again. But, you know, we go again next season. We are more or less guaranteed Champions League football again, because we're so far clear of Arsenal right now. I mean, look at that. We're strides and strides ahead. Man City have levelled up points with Liverpool, but Liverpool have 3 games in hand, which is crazy. The team to play Burnley looks a little something like this. So Baba Rahman has moaned at me that he's not getting enough first team football, so he comes in at left back. He's annoyed me a little bit with it because he wanted to leave, remember. Right, so yeah, he wanted to leave. He wanted to join a bigger club. I think Man United was the team he wanted to join, or Liverpool, or one or the other. I think it was Liverpool, but he said he didn't want to be here, and now all of a sudden he wants first team football, so I don't really know what's going on. We needed to rotate anyway, so he was always going to play. The defensive line remains the same, other than Baba coming in at left back. Douglas Luiz and Alex Hunt come into the middle. Berardi keeps his place on the right. Ryan Kent replaces the cup-tied Asensio on the left. Torre keeps his place as the cam, and Mariano comes in up top instead of Jovelic, who is very tired after doing sod all against PSG. So, I think that's the way we're going to play it, Sam. Let's hope we're good enough to beat a Burnley in very poor form, according to the pre-match reports. They have Harry Wilson, who I've got on my Newport save and I know is a very good player. Apart from that, though, they've not got anyone that really worries me. So, famous last words, this should be straightforward. Right? Yeah, exactly. I've got bad feeling about this one, I'm not going to lie to you. We have got a European hangover of epic proportion because we've just been dumped out of Europe in Paris, and then we've come back 2 days later to play Burnley at home. So, yeah, I mean, at least it's not Burnley away, I suppose. However, these games are notoriously low scoring because Burnley are stubborn. We are hungover, so I'm not expecting big things. First highlight, 35 minutes in. It's a teasing free kick from Hunt, and the goalkeeper makes a very simple save to his left, and that's cleared. And that was exhilarating. We've got another highlight here then. 3 minutes from half-time. Douglas Luiz plays the ball in. It's cleared, and this is what I fear. Ball over the top. Broughton manages to deal with that quite well. There's Kent, plays a very poor ball into the middle. Koyate takes it away from him. Woods with a good ball out. What a long ball that is. I mean, that was worrying, because when I first saw him kick it, I thought that's going back stick and he's just going to bury it, but he didn't. Long ball over to Mariano. He's not had an awful lot to do in this game, let's be honest, otherwise we would have seen more highlights. That's a foul, and it could very well be a yellow or a red or a pink card. It's not even a card. Not even going to book him. That was the whole highlight. It ended with a foul. Look how many yellow cards there have been in this game. 7 yellow cards in the first half. Shocking. Very dirty game. That's probably why there's no highlights. It's been very stop and start by the looks of things. A lot of physicality being thrown around. Ball with Brian out on the right. Plays a long ball over, and it's gone out of play. And I honestly thought, again, with that ball being played, that they were going to bury it. But no such luck for Burnley. What a boring game. I think that's another yellow card. Alex Hunt has just picked up another yellow. Douglas Luiz flies in there, makes a crunching challenge. Very, very physical game. Probably a very stop-and-start match. There's Baba, who's been booked, surprisingly. Plays a long ball forward. Mariano chasing it down. Ball cleared. Comes out to Carvalho. Brian on the right. Plays a long ball through the middle. Good ball, actually, to Wood. Comes out to Kent. Plays a great ball to Mariano. The pace from Mariano is blistering. What the actual hell was that? Defensive challenge, apparently. Here comes the throw. Douglas Luiz back to Vagnoman. Can he put a good ball in? Goes out for a corner. I mean, all I'm seeing at the top there is just like yellow card after yellow card. Ball comes in from the corner. It's poor. It's cleared as far as Douglas Luiz. Broughton, who hasn't been booked. There's a novelty. I mean, we literally have 5 yellow cards. They now have 5 yellow cards. There has been 10 yellow cards in this game. Absolutely ridiculous. Well, it could be time for Jovelic. He's only 87% fit, so I don't really want to bring him on this early, just in case it does go to extra. Is there an FA Cup replay at this stage, or is it extra time? I don't really know the ins and outs. I'm going to take Torre off. We're going to keep Mariano on the field. Jovelic complete forward. Berardi needs to come off, ideally. So we'll switch this around like that. Obviously move those two. Yeah, that makes sense. Now, Tovan is going to come on. He hasn't played for a while, but hopefully he'll not hold a grudge. He's only on loan anyway, so hopefully, yeah, he'll be alright with it. Let's confirm that and get back into the game. Maybe shout a little, demand more, because at the moment we're not doing anything. Long ball played in. He's missed it. Ryan Kent couldn't react. Mariano could, and he has scored another important goal. Scored the goal against PSG, of course, off the bench. That was important. He's now scored again. Ryan Kent assisting Mariano in the last game and in this game, and that could be enough to send us through to the next round of the FA Cup. A mistake by Pope, where he couldn't collect it from the cross, and we've pounced on it. The question is, can we keep a clean sheet? We're not very good at doing that. Wilson in the middle plays it to Pritchard, to Phillips. Westwood looking at that space on the outside. Taylor with a good ball into the box. Cleared by Kent, only as far as Brian, who plays it in off the post. It's offside. I'm so glad, because Butland just didn't react, and I was like, are you going to try and pick that up, or didn't need to? I mean, in terms of fitness, our defence is maybe... I mean, the right back is really struggling. Let's bring Markovic on for Vagnoman and hope that what I'm telling him to do here is okay. I mean, he's not a right back, but he was shattered. We don't need to change the game. We just need to not concede. So a more defensive right back might actually be a good thing. Ball played in. I mean, that looked offside for me, but Jovelic was onside, and that sealed the game. We are through to the next round of the FA Cup, bar a miracle, and bar an absolute collapse at the back. What a challenge that is by Florian Thauvin. That is a great, great challenge. He's going to get the ball again here. He's going to just try and stride forward at the defence. Hopefully he's going to show me why he deserves more football. Ball looped over to Kent. Can he play it in? He can. Pings around. Here comes Markovic on as a sub, of course. There's Mariano through to Kent, and he returns the favour. Well, why couldn't you do this earlier on in the game? Rather than having me sit here pooping my panties thinking we're going to concede and get knocked out of 2 cups in the same episode, because that's happened before. They've just gone and strided it right at the end. We just needed a little while to get going. Took us 70 minutes to get into it, but finally we've dispatched Burnley 3-0. I mean, 73 minutes it took us to get a goal, and then we literally scored 3 goals from then on in. Unreal stuff. A lot of yellow cards. I'll be very surprised if either side don't escape that with a fine. We've received 360,000. Kent on form. 2 assists for Kent. He's a good player. It's a shame, really, that he can't play anywhere else, because he can. He can kind of play as a shadow striker. He's a phenomenal player, and he's valued at 31.5 million. We bought him from Liverpool, didn't we? For 4.6 million. He was completely out of favour. Wasn't doing very well. Never played for them, actually. Was just loaned out constantly. We picked him up, and he did well for us, and he's still doing well, and now he's worth just ridiculous amounts of money. He's still only 25. But Asensio is better. That's what it boils down to. And I have far too many shadow strikers, and he's not that competent on the right. Otherwise, he would probably be playing a lot more in sort of rotation with Berardi, and we wouldn't need Thauvin. But it is what it is. When is this FA Cup semi-final draw? It's on the 14th. I will join you for the FA Cup semi-final draw. Before this came around, I didn't know if Tottenham were in it. And I thought to myself, we're going to draw Spurs. That's just popped up. Teams left in it. Crystal Palace, Wolves, us, Spurs. We will 100% get Spurs. If we avoid them, no doubt in my mind we can make the final. We're good enough. I mean, to be fair, we're good enough to beat anyone there. We've beaten Tottenham before. We did it last year. We beat Spurs, I think it was in a semi-final, to get to the final to play West Ham. Correct me if I'm wrong. Let's draw the first team. It's us. We're home. Except, I say that, aren't all games played in Wembley at this stage? I don't know if correct me if I'm wrong. We are about to play Wolves. There we go. We have avoided Spurs. Crystal Palace. Didn't Spurs just come out first and then they came out second as well? I was confusing. Either way, Crystal Palace will play Tottenham. We play Wolves, which is not an easy game, but it's much more straightforward. Look at the injuries that they have. We play Wolves back to back. Well, I don't really want to be doing a Wolves double header. So in tomorrow's episode, it is at Wembley. In tomorrow's episode, I think what we'll do is we'll probably play maybe Villa and then Wolves, rather than having to play Wolves twice. I don't really fancy playing Wolves twice. That seems like a bit of a boring thing to do. With that being said, we are obviously still in the hunt for something in the league. I don't know what it may be. Maybe second place again. But join me tomorrow for a league game and an FA Cup semi-final. If you have enjoyed it, smack the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and until the next time, goodbye.
Football Index. The game changed. Download the app now.